So, welcome to our Inner Architecture podcast. Today is a little bit different. Today, I want to welcome a special guest, Beata Hoffermeyer Sochocka, who's my dear friend, my mentor, my business partner. She's this amazing cosmic businesswoman. She's an amazing woman mentor. And I will allow her to introduce herself because I don't want to do her injustice here. For me, she is just an amazing, beautiful person with the purest heart, purest soul, someone I feel like I have reconnected with in this lifetime. I feel like we have met before. So yes, here she is, the cosmic woman herself, Beata Hoffermeyer Sochocka. Welcome, Beata. Thank you very much for your time today. Thank you very much for creating this space, this podcast, Inner Architecture Academy with me. I feel honored working with you, having you as my dear friend and having you as my mentor as well. So let's start with the Cosmic Woman. Where did that come from? Why Cosmic Woman? Explain that to our audience.
Hi, Marta. Thank you for having me. And wow, I've got all over the goosebumps. Thank you for your beautiful, kind words. Thank you. I don't know what to say.
Spoken from my heart, straight, truth as it is.
Thank you. Thank you. So, the cosmic woman, a lot of people think this is something very abstract and they have a lot of questions about the cosmic part. So, for me, the word cosmic is very broad, and this is my way of living. And for me, it isn't abstract, it's like the very obvious name for who we are basically on earth. We are multidimensional beings with a lot of aspects as human, but also beyond the humanness. And cosmic for me means very light, very easy, because if you come to this point that you're going to remember who you are and the reason you are coming here to this earth to live, to contribute, to enjoy, to learn, to grow, and you invite all the aspects of you, and it might be all the incarnations, all the knowledge from your ancestors, from the sky. Life it's much easier because then you can just feel the stream of something very beautiful, organic. You are not alone here on earth. There is big part of you which is co-creating with you, and if you are willing to stream this wisdom of yourself, this organic wisdom, life becomes much more easier. It becomes much more rich. There is so much when you plug in into the space of possibilities and organic creation, and it does apply to all areas of life. So for me, business is not just having your own company and making money, but for me personally, I came to this earth this time to embody my aspects, to go through life knowing that I can change this reality. This is like big project for me to contribute to change this awareness on earth that we are not living in the shortages. We are not living in a competition, but there is up to us, the generation right now, to change this reality according to, there is so much more to plug into, to be able to be consciously create this life and business on very different level. So I don't know if you have an idea about the cosmic business right now, but it represents for me like the greatest aspects of us being able to embody ourselves and fully enjoy and create this reality.
Beautiful. Yes, Yeah, the business part is very interesting. We do have a little bit a different view on a business. I have a different view on a business when I actually started my business than I had before I started it. So this is very interesting what you're saying. So tell me, how did you grow to become Cosmic Woman? What events in your life shaped you to become this version of you, the current version?
Yeah, that's a very complicated question because there are a lot of aspects. So I try to choose some of those things, but maybe for me it was always the blessing, but also some kind of course that I was able to remember that I am something much more than just me being Beata. And I believe that we all choosing the places we are willing to come on earth. And I happened to choose family, which was very complicated. As a child, I was lacking a lot of safety, a lot of love, a lot of possibilities. So basically, my upbringing was horrible. And I wasn't feeling safe. And can you imagine a child being born into the system where you are fully open to the connection of your own self and you are seeing a lot, you feeling a lot, you are really like I don't know, my intuition was humongous. And then you are coming into reality where there is no safety, where you have no love or not even a system that is navigating you through life. My parents basically they didn't teach me how to navigate through life. And if that's not horrible enough, they were basically telling me that I am not capable of anything. And they were telling one thing and I could feel another thing. So I was really confused. And I couldn't understand, like, okay, why am I feeling something different that I am seeing? So, I started to learn how to depattern things, to go by logic, go by intuition, go by searching. And I was really studying my environment to be able to survive at the moment. But later on, it gave me like this beautiful extension of my capacity to be able to learn, to read the environment, to see my person in front of me with all the aspects which the person is showing you, but also the hidden aspects. So it's big advantage to be able to how to learn the energy field, to see the person, the body language. And it's beautiful thing, but it's basically the result of surviving mechanisms. So yeah, that's that. Basically, this was my journey, like having very heavy life and navigating through a lot of difficult times. Actually, through my whole lifetime, there were a lot of situations where I was asked asked to navigate with this greater connection to something bigger than I was, because otherwise I will be lost here on earth.
You are now in a very powerful place. You are a cosmic businesswoman. You live in a beautiful place on Tenerife. But I want to know, how did that happen? Like, what were the events in your life, like the main events that pivoted you through your journey, and how did you navigate through those moments?
I think I'm a very adventurous person in myself, so I don't need much to willing to go for things to explore. I am very big explorer. So me not feeling well in my country where I was born, which is Poland, I decided to live there because it was a question, it was a matter of or of life or death. If I would stay there, I will be lost. I was done. I couldn't navigate there anymore. So there was always something in me telling me what to do, like on different level, like, okay, you need to go out of here. You need to leave the environment you are at in order to be able to survive, to thrive, to not lose yourself. So basically, a lot of times I make those decisions being completely desperate. I left Poland because, it was so bad that the decision I made to move into the Netherlands, it was matter of life and death. Because if I would stay there, I probably will be not here anymore. I don't know. I cannot even imagine. But I moved from being in Poland, like very young person, leaving everything I've got, not taking anything and anyone with me, just going there, starting life, and having not only difficulty because I didn't speak any language, just Polish and little bit of English, which was really bad after all. Uh, Not having anyone to be supported by, not having enough money. So, I just went. I've got this cultural shock. Me for the first time, basically going outside of Poland. But it gave me like a lot of insights. Like I could see my skills in a field that I can build, I can organize myself. And even I was really afraid because, the big angry world and me being there like really tiny puppet in a very big field with a lot of people, and then even you don't understand what they are saying to you. So it was very scary, but I did see that I am able, I am capable. So all the stories that I am not capable, I am not good enough, I am not smart enough, it turns out not to be the truth. So, I have lived in the Netherlands for like 27 plus years, almost 28. And I could, it was also very bumpy road, the journey. But at some point, I've got my holistic practice. I was having the yoga studio and coaching all those beautiful people. And then I've got this idea energetically that that's the time to close also this chapter. And blindly, I think I have this connection with the source, and I was being guided together with my husband to leave everything I have. And again, the story repeats. So I left everything. I left my house. I left my furniture. We didn't take anything with us. We just came into this beautiful island, and I was guided to reboot myself. And it's pretty impressive that you can just experience yourself again and again as a builder of the reality by living everything, changing yourself, changing your mind, and create from scratches. I think it's if you see a lot of people, we all capable of doing things, but I think not everyone just dare to do it. And I am one of those people. I always dare to do things because I love to explore. I love to go out. I love to go and create. And something has guided me to this place. And it turns out to be a very good decision because we are so happy on this beautiful island. And it's not always easy because, you have those challenges, of course, and you need to build things. But it's beautiful if you just stream this knowledge of yourself beyond time and space, and you are willing to go and act on the desire. There is so much possible.
I look up to you for all your achievements, for being so brave and courageous to achieve all these things, to go through life like this with this amazing power and drive. Because I know what it feels like. Well, the next episode will be about me, but I come from a similar. We have a lot of similarities,
Yes.
even though our lives look different. We are different. There's a lot of similarities in us. So Tell me how your work with women looks like. How do you help them based on your experience? How that shapes the work with women that you work with?
Yes, and I will be not very honest if I do not say that this exchange works in both ways. I am receiving so much from this work, and I love to do that because there is this connection between women is priceless. And me not having mom who gave me this connection, now every exchange is for me energetically like some some kind of feeding energy that I can really thrive on to see what's possible, this connection beyond the level of business exchanged. I tend to I do love working with people, and my life wasn't very happy and beautiful, but I was always connected to people. I can see the beauty in people beyond the stories, beyond the level that the life make us to believe we are. We are all such a beautiful, special species, and I can see this in each and every woman. And the journey has begun, I think, where I was working as a doula and midwife. I have done this for like a lot of years. So I was guiding this woman through their special times, and not always beautiful times, because the pregnancy and the labor and the days after, you are so fragile. There is a moment where you, as woman, you cannot hold the facades, those scaffoldings you are having in a regular day, because this is such a magical moment where you are opening up in your fragile state, and you are willing to be embraced by love, by other women. You have more need for the connection to your mom, and you becoming basically mom. So there is like a lot of inner child aspects showing up. I was able to see all of this. I was able to see very powerful women with good positions, like really running businesses. And in this very fragile moment, they are not the business ladies anymore. They are not having any role. They just go and they opening up so much. And I was able to see the systems in the families, how they functioning. So I've got this idea like, oh wait, it's not only my family which was broken, everyone got issues. Everyone's got issues, everyone's got needs, and things were showing up like adult woman crying because she was so exhausted and she needed her mom and this hug, and not always they've got this. So it gave me like a lot of insights in us as species and in a woman, what we need, what is underneath. And I have seen that doesn't matter where we are coming from and how we are raised. We are yearning for connection, for safety, so that just enjoy the baby. And we are showing ourselves by not knowing what to do with this baby, very fragile. We have a lot of questions. We are willing to do good, but sometimes we have no idea how, and how important this is to have this network of people from your family or even outside of the tribe that come to you and guide you and say like, okay, wait, you are doing great and it's gonna be okay. You don't need to know everything right now. Just enjoy this baby, enjoy yourself, give yourself time to recover, enjoy. And there is always somebody who knows things. So we're gonna exchange, we're gonna support you. You just enjoy. And it's beautiful. I have done it for like a lot of years, guiding women through those times. And it was amazing because in the Netherlands you have a lot of cultures. So could see people from across the globe with the cultures, how they interact with each other, how the woman is navigating through the reality of her family, of her culture. And oh my God, I have discovered that there are in every almost culture how suppressed we are as women, how much we are demanding from each other, how harsh we can be, how everything needs to be perfect, how stupid it is to show your being fragile, feminine, not knowing things. We are always striving for the best versions. We are never in the moment. We are always worrying what people are going to say about us, what they expect. We try to really navigate through so many difficulties. It gave me a lot of insights about us women, what we need, how we are functioning in this world which is basically very harsh in male energy. You need to go. We are disconnected from the bodies very much. And even during those beautiful moments of having labor, we don't trust our body. A lot of women, they are just, it's a beautiful process. And I was witnessing the home births, like the labors at home, which were very famous in the Netherlands. But even women who chose to give birth at home, they were not specifically connected into the body. It was just, they wanted to have it like this. It was the trend for a lot of women, and it's nice not to go to the hospital. But very few have got this beautiful ritual around where they really did connect into the body and give birth with the husband in this beautiful flow where you welcome the pain and trust basically the body. I have seen it every time. You need to trust the body. And it did gave me the insight like, okay, what can I take of all of this? Because if we are so much yearning for the same things and yet we all are disconnected to such a degree that you see that giving birth as something medical and not something divine, something we women are able to do, create, give birth. It's also, it's not only the babies. We are not aware of our creative power. We are just going by force. So that amazed me a lot, and it shaped me pretty much for my vision, with my vision right now, how I am interacting with women. I have seen them later on with my holistic practice. It gave me so much knowledge that I can tell you right now, my vision, my way of working with women, that's it's been built, put it on years of observation, being witness, being co-creator, and seeing all over the same things and becoming aware what's the solution is. And it's much more easier than you can imagine. It's just the connection into your own body, trying to trust yourself, to love yourself, to see the connection between all the parts of you, not being so scattered anymore, and just loving yourself enough to choose to listen to your body, to choose to listen to your mission, to who you are, feeling free to say no, feeling free to choose to change your mind, to love yourself enough to give yourself rest. So I don't know, I went really like a
I
big
know, and
story
I
around.
didn't want to disturb you because I also have the gift of seeing, of seeing behind the mask. And from you, I feel so much love that is coming out. The way, like when you speak, I can listen for hours because it's like, I don't know, it's like music to my ears. I just feel that it's real, I feel the love behind it. I feel the the willingness to help, like this purity of I have the knowledge and I just want to go and share with women because I can.
Yes, thank you.
That's what I feel from you. And you said something, you spent those over 20 years working with women in this very profound moment of woman's life, giving birth. You are guiding them through, and you are welcoming new human beings onto this planet. But something you said, that during those moments, the woman becomes who she really is. She drops the role of whatever role she took on, whether she's a lawyer or she's a doctor or she's, super rich or is she poor. They all become the same in that moment because we are all the same. And Hughes also said that we all strive, like every single human on this planet strives for safety, for love, and for connection. That's what we are deprived of. And I want to ask you, who is Beata? Who is the woman behind Cosmic Businesswoman? Who is she when she drops the mask?
Yeah, that's a very difficult question. And I was surprised by myself to see myself the last 1.5 year on this island. I was always thinking I am very close to being authentic and living my purpose. And I dropped everything, I just left my whole business, my whole life in the Netherlands. And when I came here, there was nothing left. I've got no distraction because I gave myself the time to not to work in the beginning, but just settle and know myself more. And I have discovered that behind all the masks, because we all are having some mask, you need to wear them as well, because, if you are there coaching somebody, you need to show somebody that you have this knowledge, that you can hold the space, that you are there, that you have your tools. But this is not who you are. This is what we do. And when I came here, I was just flabbergasted because I had no distraction, and I discovered that I am very fragile, that I've got a lot of wounds that shaped me, and some of them were still there. They were just beautifully covered. But I've got this time to go and see, and it was like this big bulldozer, it came for me. I was thinking, I am stripped, I am already stripped. I have left everything in the Netherlands. So, here I am with nothing left. And I was really stupid to say, like, okay, try me, And and then it came, the bulldozer came not for what I was thinking to be, but my ideologies, my really the fundaments were digged out, and I've got to look at myself like, who am I really? Oh my God. And I discovered that there are a lot of pieces of me which are scattered and really shitting in the pants to show myself as I am, because I am afraid to the world. And I've got a few situations here where I am not speaking Spanish well, so I didn't understand what those people are saying, so I couldn't read the mimics and make my story, because I am reading the field, I am reading the language, the mimics, the words. But I was afraid. I was really walking like this, and I was like, oh my God, what is happening? So basically, I could see that my nervous system was very damaged. There were layers of me really afraid for unknown, for not being understood and not having my place because I didn't belong anywhere. And I've got this need for like over a year. When people asked me, who are you? I wasn't willing to say who I am and what I did. And I was like, oh, wait, what is happening here? But basically, I didn't feel the need to introduce myself by the things I do or I did. So the question, who am I behind? I am just a very regular person who is trying to navigate through this life with giving and receiving. I do have a lot of knowledge. I did study a lot of things, really a lot of things, beautiful things, abstract things, weird things, academic things, but I am not stupid to imagine that I know what life is about. I am really open to say that I don't know anything because everything I have studied, I can just see through the lens I am projecting right now. And I've got like whole my life those dark nights of the soul where the whole surface, the whole floor beneath your feet is being removed. And then you are in the threshold and you don't know who you are. So I know, like, I have tried a lot of things. I love to explore, but I am always aware that I am seeing the world through the lens which I have right now, and it might change. So I know for sure I can help people, guide them, but I am not in the position of telling people what they need to do, who they need to become or change, because everything changed. I changed myself, and the only one thing I know about myself is that I love people and I love life, and I want to contribute, I want to exchange, I want to enjoy, but most of all, I want to feel love, safety, connection, and being able to discover myself, because my relationship with me is most important for me, between me and the source. So I think that's who is behind the cosmic woman, and very fragile woman, open to life, not brave always, but I like jokes, I like joy, I like exchange, and I think that's what keeps me running. So I don't know, maybe it's not a very sophisticated answer, or you don't get any idea of who I am, because I don't know, I am always changing.
It's a beautiful answer. You're very humble. Because I know you, I know how much knowledge you have. We talk a lot, and you have heaps and heaps of knowledge. But yes, you are this beautiful woman, and like, yeah, very humble, very normal, very funny sometimes. Sometimes.
I think the jokes,
No.
I don't never forget, like you said, like, oh my God, what I like about you is you are not a guru, you're just a regular person and you don't pretend to know shit. And so,
But
yeah,
that's who we are. Nobody knows. Like the thing is, if people tell you I know everything, run from them
run. Yeah.
because nobody knows everything. We know a lot, but the more I feel I have the same, the more I know, the less I know. But
Yeah.
yet, this is, I think, what also attracted me to you. It's the normality, a normal woman behind the cosmic businesswoman. Like I spent few days with you on your retreat, and you were just very, I want to say, motherly, like very soft but strong at the same time. You were there to nurture me, but you were also there to kick my ass. So I know both sides, and yes, also your a great sense of humor, all the jokes that you laugh at yourself. um,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's amazing, it's beautiful, and to say that you are this normal woman like we all is beautiful, because that's what's true, that's what's authentic, right? So thank you very much, Beata. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your vulnerability. And I have one more question for you. What is your why? What drives you? What gets you out of bed every morning?
I have asked myself this question a lot of times. And each time I've got the same answer. My why is, I think, my very biggest purpose on this earth in this lifetime is to shape this reality with full embodiment of my higher aspects. It's like at some level, I know what we are all capable of. And I dare to say I am one of the leading voices of the multidimensional aspects of us as humans. And there is so much in this reality we can change. There is a new way of creating things, the organic way. And there are forces that are so loving to give us this knowledge in this time. There is a lot of energy which is being open for us as humans for us to remember who we are as cosmic species and bring this knowledge into our day and normal life to incarnate. I think in a way that's the spirituality, but not to escaping, but to bring this all into our humanness and change this reality once for all, because we cannot go and live like this. And there is a way to do things differently. And we don't know exactly how, because this is such a brand new energy. And this energy is available for all of us. And there are few people, quite many already, who are willing to work with this energy for the benefit of all species. And I think that's my really drive that keeps me running, is to bring this new energy by focusing on myself first, of course. But I believe that, the big change comes when we take the responsibility, inspired action, and we go fully in the trust with the divine that put us here on earth, and we just go and create. And that's my drive. I want to see this everywhere.
Thank you. That's beautiful. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
doing it. Thank you for your work. Thank you for being brave, for being vulnerable, for putting yourself out there to help us, women. So thank you very much, Beata, for your time. Thank you very much for your energy and for answering all the questions in depth with the truth of who you are. So, yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Marta. And I see you on the next podcast, which will be about.
Me.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Well, thank you very much to all of you who's listening. I hope you now have a little bit of a better idea of who this amazing cosmic businesswoman, Beata Hofemeyer-Sochocka, is. And see you in the next episode.
Thank you.